What? Guys, what is this?
Now, the Recluse has an ability that...
Hate that. I do not like that. Oh my god.
Elden Ring Nightreign is fast approaching. As of recording this video, there is 16 days until its release. The sentiment towards Nightreign has been very similar to the leaks prior to Last of Us 2 releasing, and considering its fast approaching launch, we really need to talk about this. This video is a bit different to what I normally do, but if you do find this informative, consider leaving a like and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel, and it lets me know that you're enjoying this style of content. There are three main points that people seem to be hesitant about in regards to Nightreign. These are replay value, combat and lore. Just an FYI, everything that's talked about in this video is coming from someone that has actually played the network test. Let's start off with replay value. Replay value inside of Nightreign is actually really good. There are 8 Nightfarers, each one has their own unique skill set and play style which really increases the replay value, as you could say play as Recluse and then go to Iron Eye. Two completely different characters that have two completely different ways of playing them. Adding on to the replay value is the actual exploration. I know this is a point that people have been hesitant about, considering it's randomly generated. But even in the network test, every single area felt really fleshed out. Every area felt like it had a purpose, and the boss at the end was most of the time quite satisfying. One of the things I really liked about these areas is it very much felt like the bosses were put there first, and then the areas that surround it were catered towards that boss to make sure it made sense. A great example is this church that you probably saw in the network test. You've got these Briars of Sin which are worshipping the flame, and then below them is a fire monk which is directly associated with the Briars of Sin. For at the Briars of Sin camps inside of Elden Ring, you can actually find the fire monks. There is also going to be DLC for Nightreign. On the deluxe edition, it says that it comes with DLC for Nightreign, suggesting there's going to be even more content added than there already is post-release, which is going to help the replay value so much. This is all without mentioning random encounters, which are a new thing where random bosses will just suddenly appear and challenge you, which really increases the replay value of Nightreign. Originally I was going to do combat and replay value as separate things, but they really link in together considering the type of game Nightreign is. The combat inside of Nightreign is sublime, and I don't say that lightly. It's if you took every single piece of combat from Elden Ring to Demon's Souls, fused them all together with a nice bit of spice on top. Not only have they overhauled things like archery, which by the way, I am so excited about. It looks so fun and it completely changes how you play bow characters. But there's also things like the Sekiro parry, and there's other things like these unique skills that each Nightfarer has, which changes combat massively. It allows you to create new strategies regarding these skills, and it's something we really didn't have inside of Elden Ring, which is to be expected, but it is definitely a welcome change inside of Nightreign. Combat, as you fighting, is really important, but one of the most important things when it comes to FromSoftware's games is the bosses. The Night Lords are amazing. They are very intricate, well done, well thought out, and they are truly difficult fights, which are the epitome of FromSoftware's etiquette. We've had limited view of the actual boss fights, but the two that we have seen are incredible. Libra, which was just released and showed at PAX, amazing. The whole concept of a madness goat boss, while also mixing in the lore and an interesting fight, as well as it being very, very satisfying, is something that FromSoftware does a lot, and I think it's something that people are a bit concerned about, considering the PvE, PvP route Nightreign is going down. Also, one that I've played personally in the network test, Gladius, is incredible. It's a really unique boss which links into tons of lore to the base game, while also being just a great fight in general. The only problem with combat that I do have is a lot of the normal enemies are really easy to stagger, so when you're fighting as a team, a lot of the time they just get stun locked. But I do think that is something that's probably going to be fixed when the full release actually happens. I also want to talk about the lore. This is probably the biggest gripe that everyone, well most people have had with Nightreign, and that is that the lore doesn't make sense. But it does. Currently on the channel we've got about 5 Nightreign videos just directed at the lore, because there is so much of it. The idea of Dark Souls and Elden Ring being connected isn't a new idea. It's something that's been going around for a long time, and there's a lot of evidence inside of Elden Ring that they are both connected. But it isn't just the connectivity between Elden Ring and Dark Souls which is bringing a lot of hesitation. It's actually the main game, and you've got nothing to worry about. The Hawks, which are something integral to Elden Ring's base game, but were never much talked about, play a key role inside of Nightreign. This is all without mentioning that each and every Nightfarer has their own quest. These are called recollections, and you can go revisit past memories of your character of choice. Not only will these quests be incredibly entertaining and very informative, it will also help us understand the lore of Elden Ring's base game. It has been said that Elden Ring and Nightreign are not connected, but this is not entirely true. It has been said that everything inside of Nightreign pre-shattering is the same as in Elden Ring. This means, considering we have a lot of characters that seem to have been around before the shattering, we can actually figure out a lot of details about Elden Ring. Not to mention the story of Nightreign is just really cool. There are so many little hidden details even in just the network test. If you want to see more about the lore, then there will be a playlist at the end of the video with all the lore so far on Nightreign. This game is going to be special, and I know a lot of people have their doubts, but after playing the network test, I'm in love. The lore, the combat, the gameplay, the exploration, everything drew me in, and it's going to draw me in 16 days when the game fully releases. I think part of the resentment towards Nightreign was everyone constantly saying from the first trailer that it's a storm, that it's like Fortnite. It's nothing like Fortnite, it's a roguelike. Mixed with the combat and bosses of FromSoftware, mixed with extraction elements, it is a truly special and unique game that is going to blow everyone's mind, I'm telling you right now. So everyone, that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel and lets me know you're enjoying the style of content. If you don't enjoy, drop a dislike and drop some constructive criticism, as it really helps me continue the growth of the channel and continue getting better. Please friends, don't you dare go hollow, and may you find your worth in the waking world. See you in the next one, and goodbye.